Hey guys, welcome back. This is Burton here for another video. We're going to be covering the HCS Atlanta tournament this weekend over the 26th, 27th and finally Championship Sunday on the 28th. So there's going to be a few videos coming your way over the next couple of weeks. So in today's video, we're going to be doing some predictions for the weekend. So as well as that, some of the videos we're going to be doing over the next couple of weeks will be like a compilation video of the highlights from this weekend. And moving forward, we're going to be covering all sorts of esports, and especially in the Halo community. So in the predictions video today, guys, we'll be covering 3 sections. We've got a dark horse team, some highlight players that I think we need to look out for at this tournament, and finally I'm going to try my best to unbiasedly pick what will be first and second place for this tournament. Anyways guys, enjoy the video and peace. So first off, we're going with our top pick for the dark horse team. So my prediction is going with the team Quadrant. This simply comes down to their performance on scrims recently. Not only that, they come to North America a couple of weeks early in order to do some boot camping and play some scrims against the North American teams. So taking a bit of a deeper dive into scrim results over July, they're 11-1-0 with only drawing to the number 1 team in phase and also going 9-0 against potentially the number 2 team right now in Optic. So if you're looking at scrims alone, you're seeing that 3 of the top 5 teams in the HCS right now losing to Quadrant, 1 draw from phase, and they're yet to play SSG. So I'm looking forward to see how they perform on LAN. So my first pick for players to watch out for has to be Suppressed. He has to be one of the biggest current slayers on any team right now. I think he's extremely underrated as a player and is often unrecognised. As a player, he's definitely momentum based, but when Shopify Rebellion as a team are on fire, you often see that he's shoulders above the rest. And I think as long as Shopify Rebellion can keep their momentum together as a team, then he really is going to shine this tournament. So he's definitely one of the main slayers that you guys should keep an eye out for at Atlanta this weekend. So my second player to look out for this weekend would be Renegade. Yes, Renegade himself. I have a really strong belief that if Renegade plays the way that he did in the Sentinels online tournament and the last event in London, then he'll cement himself as one of the best players to ever do it in Halo. Renegade is a player that plays his best under pressure. In them big moments, you know, you can always rely on Renegade to pull through. He was undoubtedly the MVP of last tournament in London. He really is the type of player that plays well every event, but I think especially for this Atlanta event, obviously it's a phases event, first time in Infinite, I really do think he's going to outperform. When he's playing his best, I think that he's pretty much unstoppable. They call him Renegade for a reason, and if he's going to go on to win this tournament, I'm sure he'll be the top fragger on his team. Not that I don't think anyone will, but please, please, please don't sleep on Renegade this tournament. He's going to shine. So last but definitely not least, for my players to watch out for, we've got Legend. Undeniably a fan favourite and definitely a lot of people's number 1 player right now. This guy is extremely exciting to watch, whether it be his flag runs, initial slays, or how he rotates the ball, or how he rotates in strongholds. He really can do it all. He's a jack of all trades. Legend plays every aspect of Halo almost impeccably. SSG had a really rough placement last event, but ultimately I don't think that comes down to Legend's individual skill. I think that more comes down to their win in Arlington may have made the team a little complacent, and therefore they had a rough time in London, placing 4th. And I really believe that the rough finish in London is only going to make him hungry to get back on it and start winning again. He really is probably the most exciting player to watch. The speed around the map that he plays, his snipes, his bandit, the flag runs he does down long haul on the pit are just insane. He really is just that perfect all-round player. He can do objective and he's a great slayer as well. Again, I'll reiterate, I do think he'll be the most exciting player to watch in Atlanta this weekend. And if he carries on in the same form that he has throughout this year, I believe he will get MVP at the end of the year. So my second place prediction goes to SSG. I do think they're going to be the hungriest squad at the next tournament, obviously placing 4th in London. I think with them being a top 3 team and definitely having some of the best players in the world on that roster, I think they're a solid choice for second place. I don't think a lot of other teams are going to be able to keep up with them like in other tournaments in the past. I think as long as Bound plays his game better than last tournament, we're going to see that second place finish. So my first place prediction for Atlanta is going to FaZe. This is for a number of reasons. I think the first reason being the momentum of the team. So obviously from past tournament in London, they came out on top. They did have a rough time in Arlington, placing 4th, but that was coming out of the form from, they've just taken a championship. Maybe they got a little complacent, but I do think we're finally seeing that final form that FaZe can be. I don't think other teams are going to be keeping up at the moment. They seem to be one of the most consistent and strong teams in practices as well. You just have to look at the Sentinels online tournament that was recently with the top 4 teams, and they placed first in that as well. Obviously it's hard to create this video without obviously mentioning Optic. Where it comes to Optic, Trippy's really struggled in the last 2 LAN events, especially in London. He said so himself in a tweet. I do really believe there's a lot of factors that are going to go into the tournament. One thing that I think is leaning in the way of FaZe would be the fact that it's obviously a home advantage for them. They're going to have more fans than they usually have backing them, with it being the FaZe event. So they're going to have fans like they've never had before backing them. And I do think on rare occasions that fan advantage, that crowd advantage, can help influence games' outcomes. Again, in regards of Optic, I do think that Dead Zone's been great for the team on LAN. He's actually been one of the more solid players and more consistent players. But I do also think that looking at the more recent scrims, not that online should be taken too seriously or scrims should be taken too seriously, I do see that he was lacking in the last few scrims. So yeah, that's my final prediction. I do think it will be 3rd to Optic, 2nd to SSG and 1st to FaZe. I think FaZe really are reaching that final form. So that's my prediction for the Atlanta event. So that right about rounds up this video. I do want to hear what your guys' opinions are as well. See if you agree or disagree with my own opinions. What players do you think are going to stand out and, head and shoulders above the rest? And what team would you like to win and what team do you think are going to take it at the end? Please do let me know in the comments below. And if you did enjoy this kind of video, then subscribe, because there's plenty more videos like this that are going to come. Anyways guys, that's Burton out. Thanks for watching. Catch you later.